Okay, fine. So guys, very good evening, all of you. Again, I welcome you in this last training session, right? And today we are going to cover about the development of API, right? We are going to learn that how we can create our API and how we can use it, right? Actually, what's happened, guys? Right now, we know the basic of API. Like if we go for Google, right? Like as I'm just going to visit for Google, right? And I'm just going to search for what is API, not full form. Full form, we all know about the full form of API, right? Not on YouTube, not on YouTube. I'm just going to plan for Wikipedia. This is application programming interface, right? Not this free code camp. Actually, my plan is to visit Wikipedia. We all love this website, right? API, application program interface, is a like computing interface which defines interaction between multiple softwares, right? Intermediates. It defines the kind of calls or requests that can be made, how to make them, and the data format that should be used. Are you getting the point that what they are trying to explain? No, actually, technically it's correct. Technically, it's correct if you have knowledge about the API, and if you are like working on the API, and if you have experience to work on the API, and then you can say that it's correct. It's correct. This application is correct. But as we all are beginners, we are learning this thing first time in our complete learning journey, right? So we will say that what this application or what this definition is trying to explain. We are not getting the point, right? Most of you are not getting the point that what this application is trying to explain you, right? This API full form name is application programming interface. This name is again not going to interact or not going to explain everything, like what is API exactly, right? Okay, so just try to understand it. What is API? API, like for example, I just want to give you just one example, one real world example. Then you will then I will explain you that what is API, right? Okay. Suppose we all are using Paytm. We all are using Paytm, right? And I have my bank account in ICICI Bank, right? And I want to transfer some amount to another SBI bank account, right? So is it like I'm really using ICICI Bank application? I'm really using the application developed by ICI Trust or ICI Foundation, right? And I'm just going to log in my ICI account, and I'm just going to log in my payment gateway, and I'm just going to transfer my amount. No, what I'm doing here, going to use third party app. Third party app means it can be my Paytm, it can be my phone pay, it can be my Google, it can be any other applications also. We have hundreds of applications to transfer your amount from one bank to another bank. So how they are working? Are you like going to log in your bank account? Even most of us don't know about the bank account credentials, right? But we can use it. We can transfer our amount, right? Second example, like suppose for example I want to book my flight ticket, or just I want to book my train ticket, right? So how many times we visit IRCTC website? Sometimes we visit IRCTC website, but most of the time we use third party website, right? We are using third party website because we want offer. That's it. That's fine. But we are using third party website. They are booking your seat on same train on with same seat number. Even you are not going to visit your IRCTC website. So how it's possible? How it's possible? Actually, what they are doing, they are just using API. They're just using API, or you can say they are using some like URLs or some patterns, and with the help of the particular URL, they are sending some data. They're sending some data to IRCTC behind the scene, not in front of you, just behind the scene. They are sending your data in the form of JSON, in the form of JSON data, or you can say in the form of dictionary, in the term of Python, in the form of dictionary. They are sending your data to another website behind the scene. The website is verifying something. What website is doing? Website is verifying something, and after that, uh, after verifying this detail, they will send you the confirmation. They will send you a confirmation that okay, your like seat is booked and all these things, right? So what they are doing, Paytm or like any other third-party app or not going to open IRCTC account, or there is no one behind the scene in Paytm that they are going to log in IRCTC, they are going to book your account or book your seat on IRCTC, and they are going to send the request and update your software. It's not happening. What they are using, IRCT have their own API. They built it their API, and if you want to use it, you have to just integrate your API in your software, send the data with one line of coding, with one or two line of coding. You can send the data to your IRCTC website, and they will do something behind the scene. What they're doing, we don't know, right? Because if we know that what they are doing behind the scene, that we can build it, right? But we don't know that what they are doing behind the scene. But my concern is to just use it. Whatever you want, you can do. Just send me the confirmation mail or confirmation message or confirmation data that yeah, my seat is booked, and I can travel in this train, right? Same thing as you transfer your amount from your bank account, but you are using third party app, phone pay or your Google Pay, right? So what they will do, they will send the request to your bank account server, right? Server will process your request. After processing your request, server will transfer your amount from one location to another location, or one bank account to different bank account, and they will send just confirmation to the phone pay. Even phone pay don't know that what they are using, right? What they are using behind the scene. Just what bank is doing, bank is accepting the request, processing the request, doing something behind the scene. What they are doing, we don't know. Even we don't want to know that what they are doing. But point is that after doing something, they will send you the confirmation, and not to you, phone pay account, to phone pay application. They will send the confirmation to phone pay application, and phone pay application will verify it that okay, I'm getting the confirmation from SBI account that this request is processed successfully, and now I can show to the user that your transaction has like made completely or successfully completed, right? So they will show you, right? So this is your like complete procedure of API, right? We can access any software, any code with or like from different application, from different platform, and you can access the same code in your machine with just one or two line of code, right? So we can that's why the name is like programmable interface. We can interact your code, with programmability. Like suppose for example, we have this code in test views.py file, we have this code, and can you see this, guys? We have this much of code, these two functions we created in last class. We have these two functions, but guys, I don't have really too much of knowledge to create these code in my application. What I want, TechSim Plus has created this code, and TechSim Plus is providing the API. Anyone have to just send the image part or just send the image content. They will process all the code. It's not my concern, it's not my point. And after processing it, I will return something. I will just return something. Return, it's done. Suppose it's done, right? Return, but it will not return only for your same application. They can return for any other application also. Right? Okay, so that's it, guys. So we are also going to do this. We are going to create this application. Even I will show you that if I deploy this application, if I deploy any API, any simple or a small API on my cloud, and if I want to use the same API on my local server, on my local system, on this application, then how we can use it? Right? So let's see how we can use it and how we can work, right? Okay. So now let's jump, and before working on this project, I want to show you that how we can work on API and what we need to work on API. So we need just one framework, and framework name is Django REST framework. This is Django REST framework. We have to install this framework in our machine. We have this, right? If you have really good understanding about reading, then that will be like great choice for you, right? Funding, who are providing the funding for this API, right? They are providing this funding. Requirement, installation. How we can install it? Simple. We need only one command: pip install Django REST framework. So how we can install? I'm just going to open my terminal. After opening my, I'm just going to paste this command I'm just going to install, pip install. Requirement already satisfied. Everything is installed, pre-installed in my system, but you have to install. After that, what you have to do, guys, in installed apps, you have to add this code, So I'm just going to add this code. So variable add, I'm just going to work on settings.py file in my project folder, settings.py file in installed apps. I'm just going to add this. That's framework. Simple guys, right? So I added this framework in my installed app. So now we will get eligibility to use this to create our own API. After that, in URLs, it's not compulsory. If you need, you can. Otherwise, it's not compulsory to use it, right? If you use, you will get something different. If you use, you will get something different. But if you not use, there is no issue. Everything goes fine. Everything goes perfect, right? Okay, let's see. Now, example, what they are doing, that framework, nothing else. We have this. The term called serializer. So what serializer will do, guys? Actually, serializer will just convert your data from normal data to JSON format and JSON to normal data. Are you getting a point? Or you can say your normal data to dictionary or dictionary to normal data, nothing else, right? So what I'm doing here, I'm just going to choose API guide and I'm just going to choose serializers. I'm just going to choose this. So declaring the serializer have two possibilities. One will be class, and second will be your function. No, we have this serialization. Okay, maybe they are not showing here. Leave it, right? I'll show you. Actually, I forgot the exact path or exact URL of this, that where they work, but yeah, I'll show you that how we can work it, right? But we need to import these things. Like if you want to work on serializer or anything, right? So we need to just import these things. One will be JSON parser because we need to convert our data in JSON, right? And one will be again different library, and different library will be for response. If you want to send any response on behalf of any request, then you have to import. So let's jump. I'm just going to show you that how it will work. So what I'm doing here, I'm just going to write code from this point. Work with API. We are going to create our own API at this point, right? Okay, let's see. So what I'm doing here, from REST framework dot response, simple. If we get any request, we have to send the response. So what I'm doing here, from REST framework dot response import response. That's it, guys. From REST framework dot response import response. So if we are doing this, and after that we have to import one more thing, and one more thing is from REST framework import status. That's it, guys, right? We need these two things right now. We need these two things. Now, what is my plan is to define my first API. Suppose my first API, and in this API definitely it's my function, so it will call by URL request request. Now today you will got the point. Then how it's easy to create any API? How it's really easy to create any API, right? Okay. So what I'm doing here, define my first API, and what I'm doing here, I'm just creating a message. MSG in dictionary format. Key is key is MSG, and message is hello all of you. This is first page of our API. It's done, right? So this is my message, right? A message or response, or you can say data. If you don't want message, you can say data. After that, what is my plan? My plan is print, and not print. Actually, my important is return HTTP response. Return HTTP response, and in this response, what we will return? We will return data. What we return, guys? Data. We are just going to return data, right? Okay. Now, what I'm doing here, I'm just going to jump on my URLs. I'm just going to jump on my URLs. Here I have. It's completely blanked. Not this one, guys. This. I'm just going to jump on URL. I'm just going to create any new path, and the path name is API, and so as you can give the name version 1 also. And after that, after this API, what is my plan? My plan is to connect my program bit home, and bit my first API. So I'm just going to apply comma. So apart from home, I want to import my first API. So I'm just going to use my first API function. That's it, guys. That's it, right? So now if I want to use this URL, so what I have to do, I'm just going to copy this page, copy this URL, and I'm just going to paste it here. That's it. I'm getting message. What I'm getting, guys? I'm getting message, but we are really sending message. We are really sending message. No, we are sending a complete dictionary. We are sending a complete dictionary, not message, right? A message is just a key. Message just a key of your data. So this is not your serialization, or this is not your API. There is no one who can use your content. There is no one who can use your content, who can check that what message you are sending or you are trying to send. There's no one who can access it. So how we can proceed it and how we can use it? So there is good news is, guys, we can use, apart from HTTP response, we can use response function. We can use response function. Response function is your REST framework function. This is. So I'm just going to use response function, and in this response function, I'm just going to choose this variable is MSG, and I'm just going to use data equals to MSG, and status equals to status dot. Guys, we have multiple status. Multiple status means your request is bad request, your request is good, okay request, not found content, continue, switching protocol, create, accept, preset. Multiple requests we have in your protocol world or your HTTP world. So I'm just going to choose 200. Everything goes fine. Okay, I'm just going to use this content. So that's it, guys. That's it. That's really easy. So message is hello to hello all of you. This is first page of our API. Let's see. Now what I'm doing here. Uh, After doing this, I'm just going to check my server. Server is working. Server is going to refresh. Refresh my page. What I'm getting accepted render, not to set on response. Like how you can say, guys, like all of you get this mail that today's class is cancelled. And on which mail ID? techsimplus@gmail.com.
No, sir, no mail ID.
And from which mail ID you got the mail?
No reply at @zoom.l.
Then how you can say that we sent this mail?
Sir, because your name is so Pratik Misra.
Okay, guys. Actually, reason is you got this mail because I deleted my previous Zoom meeting ID. Zoom meeting ID. That's why Zoom thinks that we are going to cancel our class, right? But it's not true, right? If you get any mail from the officer ID, then it will be true. Otherwise, not. Okay, fine. So that's why. So guys, just come to the point. So what this error trying to explain us, this error trying to explain us that your function is not look like API. Your function is not look like API. So how we can convert our function to look like API? So we have to import one decorator from REST framework dot decorators import API view. API view. So guys, what this function trying to say or what this function trying to explain? Decorators means anything which is going to take place on top of your decorators will be placed on top of your function with at the rate API view. API view. And do you remember guys, in last classes, I explained you about the method. Method can be get, method can be post. Do you remember guys? Method can be get, method can be post. So what method we are going to accept in this function? Right? This function can be accessed by get method, or this function can be accessed by post method, or this function can be accessed by both the functions, both the methods, right? Do you remember guys? As you know, this function, home function, can access by request, access by get function or get method. So you will return this data, and when you send any method with post, then they will process this data, and redirect on different URL. So this function can accept both the request get, request post. What method this function will use? This function will use only get method. So what I'm doing here, in the list format, I'm just going to use get method. Now let's see the magic. As the server is going to refresh, and believe me, you are going to see something different, right? Okay, so let's refresh. That's great, guys. You have your complete basic admin panel created by Django REST framework. And this is your my first API, and in this my first API, no, you not missed anything, right? Okay. Now Django API. This is my login system. We logged in with this. That's why we are getting this. Now we are getting get request we are using, and and URL is API version 1. HTTP status is 200 OK. Allowed get, only get method we allowed. Content type is application and JSON. Very accept, and data is this message, hello to all of you. This is first page of our API. This is first page of our API. Suppose I want to send more than this data. I don't want to send this data only. I want to send, this is your message. And apart from it, we have name of the person who is going to send this message. So name is Pratik. And apart from it, what is my plan? My plan is, apart from name, I want age also. What is the age of the person? So age, I'm just going to include NUMBER number, and number will be like this. Now let's see. Just refresh your page, and now refresh this page. You will get all the details, guys. All the details. We are getting this data. Multiple data, right? So we have this complete data. Even you can send your data in this format also. In which format? I'm just going to use multiple dictionary. If you want to send more than one dictionary, Suppose we have this. This is our data, right? So we created this dictionary. Now, just refresh the page, type it, unhassable table, right? We are sending our data, but not in proper format, not in proper format. That's why we are getting this data, right? So this is not your like serialized data. That's why we're not serialized our data. That's why we are getting this error. But if you send only one content, only one data, you will get proper. Same error because we have to delete this message. Now you will get your content ready. Okay, so we have this content. But now suppose what happened? Like important thing is this content. Important thing is this content, right? Suppose what I'm doing here, guys. As I can use this content, what is my plan? My plan is to implement the same protocol here. Like as I'm using redirect the URL. So my plan is not to redirect to URL, My plan is to return the response, and response will be the URL. So anyone can access the URL. Suppose what I'm doing here, guys, what am I doing here? I want to explain you just in visualizing things, so you will get the point. Okay, try to understand this. Guys, what's happening here? I have one image. This image in my local system. Try to understand this, guys, right? Now, as I'm a developer, but I'm a just really new developer, and I'm creating a program to detect celebrity. And in this program, what I'm doing, I'm using a API created by TechSim Plus. Now, what is this API? Actually, I created a one program, and in this program, what I'm doing, I'm receiving this image from URL or with the help of URL. Try to understand this, guys. Very important concept, very important thing we are going to understand. I'm receiving this image with the help of this program. I created this program. So with the help of this program, I'm sending this image with the help of API or with the help of URL of API to this program. This program will execute some instructions here, right? And this image, because this program is not going to return this image as it is. What this program will do, this program will store this image in memory, in same location, in same program memory, on same server, on different memory. They will store. And what they will do, they will create one URL. And what they stored their processed image. What they stored, guys? They stored their processed image inside this program and inside this memory. And after that, after they storing this image, they are just sending the URL in the form of response to this program. And what they are saying, that we stored your processed image in this URL, just open this URL and download your processed image. So we are going to create the same pattern here. Now, if everything goes fine, that's clear. If not, I'm just going to explain you again in different way. I have this two website, and suppose I have this website. This is This is my TechSim Plus. This is my TechSim Plus website, and this is my second developer. Second developer. Second developer, right? And TechSim Plus builded one API, TechSim Plus. TechSim Plus builded this API, and second developer is just going to build this API. So now, what is the aim of the second developer? What is the aim of the second developer? Second developer have one image, and what the second developer will do? Second developer will send this image from this location, from this project to this project, from this project to this project, to TechSim Plus. TechSim Plus get the request of post, because this is sending the data, this is not receiving the data. So TechSim Plus will get the request post, and when they will get the request post, they will process something, they will accept this image, they will process something. And what TechSim Plus will do, TechSim Plus store this image in the location of media, MEDIA media, and with the help of file.jpg, process the image. And this is your complete URL, www.techsimplus.com/media/file.jpg. What TechSim Plus API is doing? TechSim Plus API is accepting this image, processing the image. After processing your image, they are going to store in this URL. And now, after storing this, what this program will do, this program will not return this stored image to this. What this program will do, they will return URL, and this is your URL, and this is your dictionary. And what this program will do, this program will return in the form of response this dictionary to my second developer. Second developer will receive the URL, and with their dictionary, they extract the original URL, and with the help of some part of coding, they will redirect to this URL and get this file. And after that, second developer will download this file to their local system or to this project, and then they can use it. So that's the complete pattern. That's the complete pattern of API. We are sending the request from this program to this project. This project created the API. So with the help of the API, we are sending our image. They are processing their image. After processing their image, they are going to return something. So this is, guys, this is your API. Are you getting a point, guys? Are you getting a point that what I'm trying to explain you, right? So this program we are going to create. And all, right? So now, is it clear to all of you guys? Now are you getting a point that what is my aim and what we want to create? All of you are getting the point, guys? I'm just waiting for your answer, guys. Like, if anyone have any doubts, you can ask me. Because today we are going to really cover very advanced part, a very interesting thing we are going to cover. Just wait and really watch. You are going to learn something or something. Okay, that's it. Now, next is, as I'm just going to come this point. So we created this, right? Suppose I want to send this request. From this URL, and for this URL from different page, from different URL. What I'm trying to say, I will send a request. From different URL, from different project. Send a request to this URL. Then they will process it. But before this, I would apply same content here. So what I'm doing here, I'm just going to close this or just crop this, and I'm just going to paste same content here. And what I'm doing here, as I'm returning this URL. So I will not return this URL. I will not return this URL. What I'm doing here, MSG equals to dictionary, and key will be URL, and value will be URL. And what we will do, return response, and what will be the response? Response will be data equals to message, status equals to status dot 200. Okay, that's it, right. Now I'm just going to delete this, and I'm just going to crop it, and I'm just going to apply this here. Now this is, so what this function will do, if you send, and even if it have to receive get and post method both, they will not send you only get method, they will send you the post method also. But now, as you can see, okay, URLs is going to generate the error because we deleted something. So I'm jump here, and I'm just going to delete it. Now everything goes fine. Everything goes fine. Now if I run 8,000, I'm getting this content, getting this web page, and we are like waiting for this page. Object detection, I'm just going to choose file. Let's see. I'm just going to choose any file, open, and play. As I'm going to play, let's see what we will get in the output. What in the output, guys? We are getting this response in the format of JSON, in the format of REST API function, or in the format of REST. What we are getting this content, and this content is URL, and we are getting this URL only. So if we click on this URL, we will get this image. We'll get this image, right? So like all of it, getting the point that what I'm trying to explain you here. As we will send the request, in the return, we will get this URL. We'll get this URL, we'll get this data. So with the help of this key URL, we will get this value and we will process it. We will process this value, we will process this data. So this is like complete procedure. This is a complete procedure of creating the API, creating your API. But now suppose, what is my plan? My plan is that when we choose any image, and when we choose any image, and when we click this page, this page should not be refreshed. And after completing the process, behind the scene, after completing the process, what I'm expecting, my expectation is that after completing the process, my image should be updated here. What is my expectation, guys? After completing this process, my page will not refresh, even my page will not reload. What my expectation is that after clicking on play button, after processing the image behind the scene, this image will update it. Or even if not updated, I'll get instant my updated image on my same web page. It should not be like this, that when I click play, then it will rotate again for some time, 1 or 2 seconds or 10 seconds, 20 seconds, based on your internet speed. So it will rotate again and then send you the data, right? And guys, if we talk about the exact data, what this program is trying to send, so this data you are getting, again it's refreshed. Okay, now that's it, right? So what is my plan? My plan is to get the data in the JSON format. So how we can get the data in the JSON format? Simple. As we are importing our API view, where we are importing API view. Now Here we can import render classes, and apart from it, we will import from REST framework dot renders JSON render. And what we will do, guys, what we will do here, after this, at the rate render classes JSON render. So what this function will do, guys, what this function will do, when you use API contained, then contain should not look like this as you was getting in last code, right? Now contain will look like this. Now play. And now you will feel that is it really API or we created any API? Yes, guys. Can you believe it, guys? We are getting the same data as we was getting in our last class when we was using Amazon API, AWS API to detect any image. What we was getting in API was getting the API in the format of JSON, and in the format of JSON. That's it. But we was getting a dictionary, with different value. Same thing we are getting here, guys. What we are doing here, we are getting a response, and in this response we are getting URL, and we are getting the value of this URL. We are getting one URL, and we are getting the value of this URL, right? That's it, guys. And this is your important term or important value we have till this point. Right? Okay, that's it, guys. Now, next what we are going to do, we are going to learn how we can interact with this API, right? So I hope all of you are ready to interact with this API, because this API is not API. You are using it based on Python code. But my aim is to not access this API with Python code. My aim is to access this API with front-end code or with JavaScript code. So when we choose any image, object detection, when we choose any image, like suppose I'm just going to choose this image, it play, my page should not be refreshed. That's the important term, guys, I want from my end. Right? Okay. So let's ready, guys. We are just going to start this topic or this point. Right? So the complete learning journey, after this point, everything just based on your JavaScript. Right? Are you getting a point? So now let's see how we can do this. So what I'm doing here, okay, just but before continuing the point, I want to just ask you, till this point, is it everything to clear to all of you? Like if anyone have any doubts, you can ask me. Is it clear to all of you guys till this point? I'm asking for everyone. Okay, fine. Okay, just a minute, guys. I'm just going to continue. Okay. Let's jump here in our project. I'm just going to jump on my API, templates, and index.html. Now, whatever changes we will apply here, we'll apply here only, right? Nothing else. So what I'm doing here, I'm just going to, firstly, I'm just going to remove all the things from this like method post and all this, and I'm just going to delete everything, or just what we can say, yeah, delete everything from here, right? Why we are going to delete, you will get the point. I'm just going to decide id equals to my form. What I'm doing here, guys, id equals to my form. Like that's it. Apart from it, we don't need anything. Everything goes fine. Like we have this select, we have this options, we have this input values, and everything goes fine. Just we have to update one more thing. Thing is value. Value equals to blank. Value equals to blank for here, and after that, value equals to same value as we are passing from here to this point. Facial analysis, I'm passing the one extra value equals to this. Celebrity detection, value equals to this. Now, just do this required. So it's compulsory. It's compulsory to select it. Now we have this. We have this image, ID equals to input image, file equals to file, type equals to again file and required. Everything goes fine. Okay, that's it. So now just jump here, and I'm just going to create a new script. Everything will be in this page. Everything will be just in this page. Script. I'm just going to play with this script. Nothing else, guys. I'm just going to play with this script. So now in this script, what I'm going to write here, I'm just going to write some code. I'm just going to write some code, and let's see the magic. What's happening here? So what I'm doing here, firstly, I want my form. So const means constant. We all know about constant. Constant is constant variable. Variable name is my form, and my form equals to document dot get element by ID. And like what we decided ID for our form. So we decided ID. Where is our ID for our form? My form. ID is this. ID is this. So what I'm doing here, guys, I'm just going to choose this ID. And after that, what we will do, guys, actually, when we click on button play, it means we are just going to submit. What we are doing here, when we click button play, it means we are just going to submit our form. So we will just handle this with JavaScript code. Handle this with JavaScript code. So how we can handle this with JavaScript code? We will just apply this thing here. My form dot add event listener. What we are doing here, guys, we are just trying to create one event listener. Means whatever we will do in this form, whatever we will do with this in this form, they will just handle it, or they will just listen it. And now what's happening here? What we will listen, like what we will listen. So we will listen submit. It means it will execute, or it will like call, or like event listener. So it will execute when we will submit our form. When we will submit our form. So okay, that's it. If we submit our form, then what is my plan? What I want to execute? So I want to call this form, or call this function. So like function name is process. Function name is process. Process. Function name is process. And as I told you that in JavaScript we can create a functions, and in this process name, what we will do, we will just use alert hello Python. Hello Python. That's it. And what we will do, we will just process this, or we will just call this process function. That's it, guys. Nothing else. So when we submit our form, we will call this process function, and this process function will generate the alert. Let's see, it's going to work or not. It's generating on first time. Hello Python, and we are not submitting this form. Okay, let's see. If I choose service, if I choose any image, and click play, it's generating this submit, but it's not submitting on the same time. It's not generating on the same time, right? So reason is this function process, or this process function is not calling when we are expecting. So how we can modify? I'm just going to delete this, and I'm creating this function inside this. So how we can create event, event, event equals to event will be just your argument or just variable. This variable can be e also. If you love this variable e, you can go with e, otherwise event. So event e will be argument equals to curly braces, and here you can execute everything. So what is my plan? What I want to execute? So firstly, e dot prevent default. That this is the point, or this is the line where you can say that my back page will not refresh. Just because of this line, we can say that my back page is not going to refresh. Reason is because if we execute right now, let's see. I'm just going to refresh this page, right? I'm just going to click this service, and I'm just going to choose this, open, and click play. Can you see this, guys? I'm just going to click play. There's nothing. There's nothing which is happening, right? It's clean. My page is not going to refresh. Anything is not going to change. It means that's the line where you can say that I want that when we click on my button, I want that when I click on my button, my page should not be refreshed. And my page is not going to refresh. That's good thing. But if I want to generate any alert, we can generate the alert. And alert is page is, or you can say you clicked on play button. That's it. This is my alert. Let's see, it's going to work or not. We have to choose this. We have to choose this image, even it's not compulsory, but we decided and click play. Can you see this, guys? You clicked on play button. My page is not going to refresh. But I'm getting this alert. You clicked on play button. That's it, guys. And this is the main important point where you can say that you are clicking or you are submitting your form. Guys, just mute yourself, right? Please don't unmute yourself. Now, so where you can say that I clicked on my button, but my page is not going to refresh. Now, let's see. So we are getting our alert message. Now, after that, this is the point where we can say that I want send this image, or I want send this form. Yeah. What I'm doing here, guys, next point is that my point is, then apart from getting the alert, my point is to get the image which is selected by us, like image 7.jpg. What is my point? When you click on play button, the name should be here. As I'm going to select. So how we can do this? Let's play with this. So now after prevent your page, what I'm doing here, var uh, const my file equals to same thing, document dot get element by id, an element by id, and what is the id of this value is input image. Id is input image, so we will choose this id from here. This is my input image. So what I'm doing here, I'm just going to extracting this id and close from here and just pasting from here in this, right? Now after getting this my file, my point is to alert my file dot files, yeah, dot files of 0. So what I'm doing, guys, what I'm doing here, I'm just trying to extract my one image. Let's see what we are getting. After doing this, I'm just going to refresh my page. And I'm just going to choose my service. I'm just going to choose this image 7, and just going to play. I'm getting one object file here, guys. I'm just getting one object file, and I'm expecting this, that I want one object file here, and we are getting it, right? Okay. After this, we need to process our data, or we need to just work with our form data. What I'm doing here, I'm just creating a form data. So how we can get our form data? Simple, const, and actually why I'm creating the form data? Why I'm creating the form data? Let's see when we submit our form from here, they will process some data, they will just process some content, right? And after that they will send in the form of form. After processing this thing, after processing this form, when we submit on this form, they will process, they will just process the form and send it in the form data. So we are doing everything with our JavaScript. So I'm just using form data here, not like this. Form data equals to new form data. I'm just creating a new form data, right? Okay. So as you can see, guys, I'm getting this image alert, my file dot files. What I'm doing here, guys, my file dot files. So my plan is not to access this only and just to find the name of my files dot file. My plan is to append this content in your form data. So how we can do this? Form data dot double p e and d, append. And what I want append? I want append with the name. So what is the name of my input file? Name of this input image is image. So name will be image. So I'm just passing, first thing is image, and second thing is contain your data. So data is my file dot files. Try to understand this, guys. My file dot file files of 0. That's it, guys. You created your form data. Apart from it, we need services also. Service you are going to choose. That's the main point, guys. Which service you are going to choose? That's the main point. So how we will find it? id equals to service. Service, simple. And how we will do this? I'm just going to jump here, and apart from creating this, I'm just going to copy this and just doing my file and my service service, and this is service service. So we are getting our my service also. So that's it, guys, right? We have our form, we have our file, we have our service, we have our form data. That's the point. That's the point, guys, where we are working. After that, the which service we are going to choose. So how we can do this? When we submit, so this time we will not alert our file name. We will not alert our file name. We will alert on my service dot value. My service dot value. Let's see what we are getting in the answer. What we are getting in the answer, right? Okay. And now let's comment it. Let's refresh your page. Let's refresh your page. And now, good news is without loading your page, you will get your content. Just play. Choose the image. That's compulsory thing. I'm just going to choose this image and play. Oh, we are not getting any content. We are definitely doing some mistake, some error. Any inverted comma we missed. S is capital, guys. S is capital here, and I'm using S is small. That's why we are not getting processing the data, right? That's the point. JavaScript or HTML will not generate the error, but you will not get permission to access it. Now choose your object detection, choose your file, and submit it. You are getting your service name, guys. That's the point, guys, where we want my image and service should be passed from front end to back end silently. Silently means I don't want to refresh my page. I want to send this service silently without refreshing my page. So that's it, guys. Like we completed our half process, right? Okay. Next is after doing this thing, just 5 line of coding, 5 to 6 line of coding, and you will get everything will be in your hand, right? That's really easiest thing we are working. After that, what I want, guys, my expectation is as I'm appending this, so now let's jump here. And what is the name of this service? Name is service. So I'm just going to choose this name, and pasting this, and I will not submit this thing. I will save this value because I want pass my name, or my name is like my value is my service dot value. That's it, guys. And that's really great. We are doing this. After that, we don't have to perform anything. We have to do only one thing. And thing is, we have to call my API. We have to call my API, which is built by us, right? We already created this API. We have to just call this API and just work on it, right? Okay. So how we can do this? So let's see how we can do this, right? Variable response equals to, let's see what we are going to do. Response equals to fetch, fetch. Fetch is a keyword in JavaScript, and with the help of this keyword you can access any URL. So my URL name is this same URL. My URL is same, just method will different. So this is my URL where I want to access, or where I want to fetch the data, and after that comma, curly braces, and pass something. And what I want pass? I want just to pass method. Method will be post, not get. What I'm doing here, method will be post. And after that, body means what you want to pass. So I want pass my form data. That's it, guys. You created your backend API. Now you don't have to refresh your page, but you will get your prediction. What I'm doing here, guys, you don't need to process your content. You don't need to refresh your page, but you will get your content from backend to front end without refreshing the page with the help of just API. So we are sending the post method, sending this data, and let's see the magic. And magic says, just if you want to alert something, alert, and alert says response.json, JSON. That's it, guys. Response.json. That's it. Done. You created your API. Let's see. I hope you are waiting for this magic, right? Okay. Or for this something new. Now I'm just going to choose my service, object detection. I'm going to choose my file. File is this. Open up this file and play with this. You are getting nothing. Let's see. You are getting here forbidden bad request. Forbidden. This says that there is no content. You are calling this API. That's it. That's it. There's no problem. You can call this URL. Can you see this, guys? My page is not going to refresh. As you can see, this request is 620.56. If I click again on play button, you will get 621.20. If I click on again play button, 621.25. So what's happening here, guys? We are calling this URL. My server is refreshed again and again, but my page is not going to refresh. That's the good news. But point is, guys, why we are getting this red alert? Reason. Let's jump to the reason why we are getting this red alert. Okay. Reason for this red alert is my function is not capable. To accept these images which is just come from API. So how my function will be capable to accept my data? So let's see how we can do this. What we have to do, guys, we have to import only some libraries, and then it will be everything for you. So now we'll just be on top from REST framework dot parser, import multi-part parser and form parser, right? Okay, that's it, guys. Now after that, what we have to do, parser classes. You have to import this decorator parser classes, and after that, after all the things that returning the JSON and all these things, you have to apply parser classes. And in this parser classes, you have to pass both the parser classes. First is multi-part parser, and second one is form parser. Multi-part parser and form parser. Now, point is, we are getting this data, that's it. But by how my machine will know that what data we are getting and how we can work on it? So let's see. We are extracting the service. That's good. But accepting my files is not easiest thing. Right? We need something. So now, how we can access this file? We need serializer. We need one serializer, or you can say file serializer. And with the help of this file serializer, we will store. You know, guys, we are creating this data here. So we have to change the procedure. And we have to create one serializer. Serializer means which will just store your data in database without asking you that you want to create this database or not. So how we can do this? Let's see. Like as we are sending this file. I'm just going to try print image. Let's see what we're getting. We applied multi-parser and form parser. Let's see. I'm just going to refresh this page. If everything goes fine, then it will work. Let's see. I'm just going to refresh my page. refresh my page. My page is going to refresh only just one time. Object detection, choose any file, click open and click play. We are getting only one thing, forbidden. Forbidden. My request is not going to accept till this point also, right? Okay. So we have to create serializer. Serializer will be helpful. Serializer will be the like main point, you can see, main point of your project, main point of your project, right? Okay. So now what I'm going to do next, guys, I'm just going to create serializer. I'm just going to create a serializer and which will be like helpful to create it or to work on it, right? Okay, let's see. Okay, so what I'm doing here, guys, I'm just going to open my app, and inside this app, I'm just creating new function, and not new function in new app, right? I'm just using same thing. I'm just creating a new function here, not new function, guys, new class here. I'm just going to create a one class, but before creating the class, we need to import serializer. So how we can import? From rest framework dot serializers import model serializer or database serializer. And now what we will do, guys, here I'm just going to create a one serializer here class, and in this class I'm just creating a file serializer, simple. And in this file serializer, what we will do, we will connect the serializer with model serializer, nothing else. After that, we will just create class, and class name is meta. So in this meta class, what I'm doing here, model, which model I'm going to choose. So my model name is, guys, what is the model name? Just jump here, and where I'm storing my files. So I'm storing my files in my file. So my model name is my file. Name is my file. Then fields, fields, fields equals to double inverted comma underscore all underscore. That's it, guys. We created our file serializer. And now in this section or in this point, my content will change. My content will change. After getting this request, like this content will change, this content will change, and this content will also change. Only services will be here, and everything content is going to change right now. So how we will work? Let's see. Let's see how we are going to work. After getting the service, I'm just going to use ser equals to file serializer. File serializer of data equals to request dot data. Serializer is request dot data, file serializer, right? Now print serializer. Let's see what's happening here, right? Okay, and now I'm just going to delete this right now for the time being, right? I'm just going to delete it also, because I want to just check that my data is working or not, right? Okay, so let's refresh this page. My serializer is working or not. Let's check. So I'm just going to refresh my page, refresh this page, choose your object, choose your any image, and play with this. Let's see, we're getting forbidden again. It means my data is not going to process. Okay, let's see why we are not going to process it. We are calling the function, everything was fine. Let's open my index.html. My form, we are getting my file, my service, and form data we have. Append image and service. Okay. Fetch. That's the point. Main thing is this creates lot of problem, guys, many times. Again, we are getting forbidden response. Something bad we are doing here, maybe. Let's check. File and service. Again, still we are getting same. Getting post, we are getting request, we are getting supposed to post. This is forbidden. And it's going to try to create a new function with same pattern, right? And what I'm doing here, return response data equals to hello status equals to status dot 200. Okay, right. I want to just access it, that is it working or not. Request method equals to post. That's it, right? Okay, I'm just going to copy this, and I'm just going to import here, and API. This is my URL, API. Uh, and now, if I visit this API, okay, we not changed our function. Okay, so we are getting this data here, right? Okay, and we are getting this data in the form of JSON, right? Because we applied this here. If we remove this, like if we remove this, right, then we will get our data in the form of REST API framework, right? We are getting the data hello, right? So I'm just expecting our data in the form of JSON. Now let's see. So this is my complete URL, and my endpoint will be this. Suppose. We're still getting same forbidden slash API. Okay, let's wait. I'm just going to check it. Maybe some one mistake or easiest mistake we are doing. Okay, so actually there is just one problem. We need to install, actually I forgot it, Django course headers, right? We need this permission because if we want to access API or if we want to use API, right? Then we need to permission, we need to give the permission to a project that anyone can access it. Anyone can access it, anyone can use it, right? So what I'm doing here, I'm just going to explain you in different way, just a little bit different manner. What I'm doing here, okay, so let's see. What I'm doing here, I'm just going to create one more project, right? In this directory. So I'm just going to open a new terminal. I'm just going to create, and I'm just going to create a new project, Django, Django, and just project Django API. That's it. I created this, right? Or I'm just going to use it. Now I'm just going to clear it. CD Django API, but I have to use CD. Okay. Django API. I have this, right? Okay, clear. After that, I'm just going to start my app. So Python manager.py start app, my app, or you can say simple API. Just that's it. That's it. I'm just going to start my app now. Clear. Then Python manager.py migrate. I'm just going to migrate my data thing, migrate my all the things, right? Okay. So what I'm doing here, I'm just going to open this project also. I'm going to show you that how we can connect to different projects. So I'm just going to open this project. This project is on desktop, mastered in Python, and in this master in Python Django API, then open it. New window, not the same window. Okay, it's going to load, and till this point, I want to show you that we need this like Django course header. We have to add this course header, and we need to add this middlewares in our program, like course headers, middleware, course middleware, right? And after that, configuration. So we need to configure, and configuration is very easy. And the configuration says not this line, not this line. Uh, accept all requests like course header methods, how many methods they can access. So as they are deciding all the methods, we will decide just one line, and one line will be like course origin allow all and true. So we will allow all the origins. So let's see how we can do this. So it's going to open my project. Master in Python, my Django API, open. It's going to open. Just wait, guys. Like within 5 minutes, everything will be clear to all of you, right? Okay, because I'm showing you to connect to different projects, right? Because we was facing the problem with a Django course, so we have to just apply it and nothing else. So just wait for 2 minutes max to max. It's going to generate the problem. It's not going to open. Maybe it's sank. So I'm just going to close my pie chart. PyCharm is here. It's done. I'm just going to open this PyCharm again, right? Because sometimes it's signed, sometimes it's nothing else. So it's going to open, and now it's going to be my modules and workspace and all these things. We are getting this project ready, but we need to open. Okay, now it's ready. Just looking for virtual environment, and it will not get any virtual environment. And now we are going to create this project. We are going to work on this project, or we are just going to create API only, nothing else. It's going to load my files, and I'm just going to jump here in settings.py file, and I'm just going to configure my settings.py file, right? So first configuration is I'm just going to firstly PyCharm preference. We need interpreter in my system, right? So I'm just going to jump on a project interpreter, and I'm just going to click here, show all, Python 3.7, apply, and okay. So everything will be like pre-installed for me, right? So it will not like take time. So like I have to install again and again for this again different projects. I'm just going to choose my pre-configured code editor or interpreter, you can say. Now next thing is like we have to configure our settings.py file. So first thing we have to pass my app name. So my app name is API. Second thing is we are just going to use REST framework, right? So you just have to process. Yeah, we are getting our REST framework. After the REST framework, we have to apply course headers. So we are just going to apply it. As you can see here, guys, I'm just going to use it. So I need some security things. So as you can see, we have to install it. It's a pre-installed. You can pass it Python or just not Python and just use pip install Django course header. So we get course header. We have to add middleware. We have to add this middleware in your common middleware, right? Or inside your common middleware. So what I'm doing here in setting.py, this is my common middleware. So I'm just going to paste it here. That's it, guys. So we pasted it. After this middleware, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to configure. So how we can configure? Simple. Just we have to write just one line of code here. After the like root URL, I'm just going to write here CORS course underscore ORIGINE origin origin allow all equals to true. That's it, guys. That's it, right? You configured your REST framework, or you configured your like project. Now just jump on API project, jump on views.py file, and I'm just creating the same project or just same code as we created here. What I'm doing here in views.py file, I'm just importing all the things as we imported here in views.py file, pasting the code. Just not, it should not be my API, it should be API, API.views, API.models, import my files, right? So it should not be my files because we not created any models. So we just jump on models, and we have to just copy this code, nothing else, guys. I'm just going to copy this code because we are using API in different project, and we will run this code in different project. So that's not the point right now. Point is just everything imported properly. I'm just going to jump on views.py file, and here I'm just going to use this code. That's it, right? After that, my plan is to jump on URLs, and in URLs I'm just going to import something as we need. So we are just going to jump here, import these things. So I'm just going to paste it because we have to configure, and after that I'm just going to copy this and just paste it. You will not get any home because I'm just going to copy everything, guys, right? Nothing new. And now I'm just going to create my path, and path says API slash v1 slash, and we will connect with test API. That's it, guys, right? We connected with API, we connected with function. Now I want to run this server. I would run this server, so I'm just going to click on terminal. Now, I'm just going to clear it. I'm just going to clear it, and I'm just going to start my server. So Python main.py run server, and server will be like on 7,000, not 8,000. I'm just going to use 7,000 port number. So let's see, my server is going to uh, open it. I'm just going to run this. If I run this server, then let's see what's happening here. Page not found because we have this URL, and let's execute it. We are getting this answer hello. But what is my concern is, I don't want to execute or call this URL from here. I want to just start my this project. As I'm just going to delete this part, I'm just going to open my terminal, and just going to run this server. A different project, two different projects. One project is working on 7,000 and one project is working on 8,000. Let's see. I'm just using two different projects. I have this project and I have this project, right? Okay. Now let's see what I am trying to execute. So I'm just going to open index.html and I'm just going to fetch this URL. I'm just trying to fetch this URL, and method will be post, and they will send you some response for us. Now let's see how they will execute. So I'm just going to open this URL, sending this data to my this project. This project is different and this project is different. Both the different projects, right? Okay. So now, Naviz, I think we have to continue this class right now. Then we will discuss about your problem, right? Okay. So now I'm just going to refresh this page. Now let's see. This is my 7,000 project and it's working fine. There is no error. It's working fine. We are getting the post method. Someone is trying to send the post method, and we are sending the same response to this, but we are not getting any alert here. Even this page will not refresh. But if I send, like, as you can see, we are sending the post method to this project and 13, 30, 39, right? This is now, if I play again, we will get again different. Again play, we'll get again different. So my project is working fine, and we are connected. We have connected to different projects. If I open my views, I'm printing this post, I'm sending this data, hello, right? But what we are not getting, guys, actually, we are not getting any pop-up here. The reason is just right click and inspect, and click on console, and let's see. I'm just going to refresh my page. So my console is going to refresh. That's the point, guys, where you have to just focus it, right? Then this says that cross origin read blocking is blocked. That's not the point, right? Because it's not blocked right now. We opened it, and now suppose as I'm just using it. So what is my plan? My plan is to console.log, and log is what? Form data. Let's see how to work, right? Okay. So now I'm just going to refresh my page, or different server, and now I'm just going to send a request. Then see the magic, what we are going to get here. Just click open, click play, and can you see this, guys? They are sending something. Uncached type response.json is not a function or HTML form document. It's not the point. Point is that we are not getting any data in this form data. We are getting the data in this form data. We are sending something in photo and all these things. We are sending something, right? But we are getting uncached type response in JSON. Is not a function, right? In this index and 86 line of code, you can say index. You can say here alert response.json. So actually what's happening here, we are not getting any data in this variable. Reason is because, as we all know, guys, if we send any request to this server, but we are not returning any JSON data, we are returning hello. So what we can do, I'm just even method is post also. Here method is push. So what we have to do, we have to just tap one step, and now what we will do, I am just creating a JSON data, and MSG, and value will be hello, message hello to all. That's it. So this data we will send if we send the request post method. So that's it, guys, right? We are sending the method post. That's not the point. That's not the point. And now if we refresh this page, right? And if I just choose this server, if I choose this image, any image, because right now I'm not processing anything, and click play, console, we are not getting anything. If I again click play, we are not getting. We're getting only form data something, right? And we are entering a null values here. They are saying that we are not passing anything in this data, right? But okay, let's find. Now, if we are sending something, then what we have to do, we have to read it here. What we have to do, guys? We have to read it here. If we are sending any image, any file, any content, so we have to read it. So how we can read it? Let's see. Let's how we can read it. So if we are sending the data, then we are definitely sending the service, service. Service equals to request dot post of my key name. How we are sending the data? So with service is my value. So this is the name, and we will send the service. So now let's see, and let's print my service, and then let's see what we are doing here. We are sending any service or not. So let's choose play. We are sending, guys, object detection. That's the point. Why we are waiting here? We are waiting for this object detection service. And can you see this, guys? We are sending the service on 8,000 server, or on from 8,000 project to 7,000 project on different URL. My two different projects are working together. That's the point, guys, where we have to interact. So if we choose different service, my page will not refresh. If I click play, we will get face analysis. It means we are sending the data. And if we are sending our services or facial analysis, it means we are definitely sending our images. Then what's the problem? What's the problem that why we are not getting this JSON data here? Why we are not getting any alert and we are getting the error? Uncached type error. They are saying that, okay, you are sending something, but I am not capable to catch it. I am not capable to catch it right now. Reason is because it's very fast. And as you are going to send, it will take some time to send the request. They will process your request, send the response. It will take some time. But right now, as I can observe, my program can observe, you are not providing me any time to process it. That's why I'm not capable to accept or to catch any data, right? So how we can do this, how we can process it? So as I'm using response fetch, we will use in JavaScript. Actually, in JavaScript here, what we will do, we will provide some delay. We will provide some delay for this program. So how we can provide the delay? Like, as we know, or we all know, that we are fetching the data. So we need to provide a bait, right? But abate is like look like that. It's not a predefined. Abate is look like that. It's not predefined, right? Okay. Reason is because abate will work. Abate can work only with asynchronous function. Asynchronous. We would have two types of functions. So abate is not working here. So what I'm doing here, I'm creating a one function. And function name is asynchronous. Get details. And in this get details, what we will pass? We will pass nothing actually. Right? Okay. And we have to declare function get details. function get details because we want get details, and after that we want to get details. That's it. That's fine. But what I'm expecting this form and this process response. So I'm just going to cut from here and I'm just going to paste it here. And now if you apply abate here, it will work. It will work, right? Abate here. And now after that, what we will do, we will alert something. So I'm just going to delete console.log and I'm just going to alert something. And before alerting, what I'm doing here, I'm just going to read my data. So let data equals to abate response dot JSON. Now we will get some time, and now alert will be my data and console.log will be my data. Console.log will be my data. That's it. So what it will do, guys, when it will occur, when it will happen, I will call my get details function. That's it, guys, nothing else. Just call get function. So when you call this get details function, that will call, and they will process your data and pass some delay. So if it will take some time, your page will not refresh, your JavaScript ball will not break. They will wait for your data. And let's see how it work. Now let's see. I'm just going to refresh this page. I'm just going to refresh this page and let's see the magic. Maybe it will work. Okay, console is refreshed. We are getting this data. I'm just going to choose object detection. I'm just going to choose any file, even we are not doing anything. And now click play. You're getting object. And we are getting, guys, message. Good news is we are getting message hello to all. And this message is going to send by this project. I get my point. This project is going to send this message to different project, and my different project is going to access it. That's really good news. We are going to access it. So now, what is my plan? My plan is to process this image. So how we can process this image? That's simple. What we will do, just copy the data. We copied this model from here to here, and I'm just going to jump on views, and I'm just going to create this serializer. In this project. I'm just going to create this serializer in this project. That's completely fine. Now, what we will do after creating this serializer, we will store these images in our backend. So how we can store these images in our backend? Let's see how we can do this. So now, after getting the request, after getting the service, what we will do, we will apply serializer, SCR, and the file name is, or my class name is file serializer. And in this file serializer, what I'm doing here, guys, in this file serializer, we will pass data request dot data. That's it, guys. You serialized your file request dot data. But how you will pass this data? You have to choose the variable data equals to request dot data. That's it. You serialized your data. Now verify it. If serializer dot is valid, simple. It means if you are passing any image from any website to this website, if any project to different project to this project, we will verify that you are passing image or not. If it's image, it means it will true. And if it will true, we will do nothing, just serializer dot save, nothing else, guys. Everything goes fine. Now, if file goes perfect, what we will do, we will find the object obj, or you can say last file equals to. Guys, at one point, what I'm trying to do here, I'm just sending the file from this project to this project. If we are sending the file, we are just storing this file in this model, my file. And after storing this file, what I'm doing here, I'm just verifying it that we are sending the file. Like suppose, for example, I built this project, you are going to use it, but I can't believe on you that you will send, always you will send image. If possible that you will send any virus or any virus file to my project, so my project will crash it, right? So what I'm doing here, I'm just verifying it, that are you sending a just image or not. If you are sending image, then I will validate, otherwise not. So it will, if you are sending image, then I will store this in database, otherwise not. That's it guys, nothing else. So now URLs, is my URL is configured? No, my URL is not configured according to the latest URL. So I'm just going to copy this. I'm just going to copy this and paste it here. And my setting also not configured to work with my media files and all these things. So I'm just going to open my setting.py file and I'm just going to paste it here. That's it guys. That's the last point. Import OS. So we have to import OS. That's it. Now run the server, you will get everything goes fine. Last file equals to, we are working here. So last file equals to my file dot objects dot get, and object dot get, and how we will get, we'll get id equals to serializer dot data of id, serializer dot data of id. So what I'm doing here, before getting this object, what I'm doing here, cross it and print serializer.data. Let's see what we are getting in serializer.data. Let's see. Just work here, and now choose any image. Even we already choose this image. I'm just going to play with this image. Oh, we have to choose this image. I'm just going to choose this image and going to play with this. No such table app my file, because we not applied any make migration or migrate. So to apply it, so how we do this? Python manage.py make migrations API. Simple. Python by make migration API, and after that we have to migrate it. That's it, guys, right? migrate, migrate. That's it. Now close the server and run the server again. Let's see the magic, how it's going to work. So now let's send the same request, and guys, we are getting object here, and we are getting this data. If we are printing serializer.data, we are getting this data. And what we are getting this data, we are getting one image, we are passing this image, and we are getting this ID. So I'm just curious about my ID. So how we'll get the ID? If I just apply inverted comma of ID, then we will get it. ID, because this is my dictionary. This is my dictionary. So if I pass ID, then we'll get it. So how we'll get the object and how we'll get my last file? So last file will be last file, and last file equals to not this, not like this. That will be how we'll find it. My file dot objects dot get, and what I'm trying to get, I'm trying to get this data. And now let's print last file dot image dot url. That's it, guys. We are expecting this and we are worried about it, right? So then we will create the path where I'm going to store. And can you see this, guys? We created a one folder here, my uploads. Automatically we created this folder, right? Because we are sending the image from this 8,000 project on 7,000 project, and I'm sending the image from different system to different system. And just wait, guys, I will show you to deploy this project on cloud. I will show you to deploy this project on cloud, and we will access this project from cloud to local, right? From cloud to local. And I will share the API also. So all of you can access the API and you can implement it from anywhere in your project, right? Okay, so let's see how we can do this. So just wait and watch, guys, right? Don't be just lose your patience, right? Lose the patience. Now, just I'm going to choose anything like not face analysis, object detection. I'm just going to choose any image three, and just click play. And then let's see, you are getting the URL slash media image3.jpg. That's it, guys. It means we are sending the image from this place and we are working on this place. And I'm just curious about this data only. This data only, right? Okay. Now let's jump on this project as we created. This console is not important right now for us. for us right now, important thing is my views.py file. And do you know, guys, just I'm going to recall my project because, oh, it's not going to recall. So it's really very bad thing, right? But yeah, I'm just worried about URL of my image and path also. We need image path where we are storing our path. So how we'll get the image path? Simple. We have to import our settings. Even we already imported. So I'm just going to create my image path. Image path. And what is the image path? Image path is settings dot media root plus settings.media root plus last file dot image dot name. Simple. That's it, guys, right? Apart from it, we have to add slash also in center, right? That's it, guys. Now we are getting the image path, and now it be printed image path. That's it. That's it, right? Okay. So now we are getting the image path, and we need image URL also where we stored our image. So we need our image URL. So how we'll get the image URL? Image URL equals to settings dot not setting dot actually. Image URL will be http colon double slash and 127.0.0.1 colon 7000, because my server is running on 7000. Then we don't have to apply slash, then plus last file dot image dot URL. Do you remember what I'm getting in the URL term? In the URL, we are getting the slash media slash image3.jpg. So it will include your URL. And now we will print my image URL. That's it, guys. We have both the things. And after this point, we know that how to work and what we have to do. So we have this image URL, we have this image path. Now let's see how to work. So now I'm just going to refresh this page. Here, it's not important to refresh this page. Choose this service, object detection. I'm just going to choose this image 7, open, play. We are getting, this is the path of image where you stored, and this is the URL where you stored your image. If I click on this URL, I will get this image open to my system. That's it, guys, right? And I'm really curious about this image URL only. I'm really curious about to image this URL. So how we'll get the URL? I will do just one thing, and thing is just I will return my image URL. And how will return this image URL? URL in the format of URL. And in the term of URL, in the key name of URL, I'm sending this image URL data. That's it, guys, right? That's really very important term. We complete it. After that, if till this point everything is okay for all of you, now upcoming upcoming 2 or 3 line of coding, max to max 5 line of coding will be really very easy for all of you, right? Okay, that's it, guys, right? Okay, so now as we know that we are sending the image URL, after that we have to just process one thing, and thing is that we have to just process something in HTML, or just we have to process something in our home index.html, right, or JavaScript. So what we have to process, let's see. I'm just going to jump on this project index.html. We are getting the data, but we are alerting only data, and data is again asking, or data is just again showing us that it's not complete. It's just it has something. So what I want alert, data of URL. That's it, guys. Data of URL. This is your processing thing. Data of URL. Now uh, data of URL we are getting, and console.log is not important because we are using alert method. Now that's it. We have to just refresh our page. I'm just going to refresh our page, and then let's see the magic. Choose service, face detection, choose file, image2.jpg, play. You are getting the path, guys. Can you see this? Surprisingly, You are getting the path of your image, and this is your 8,000 server, but your image is stored in 7,000 server slash media slash image 2, then this dot jpg. If I copy this URL and paste it here, I will get this image as we choose it, or we are choosing in our program, right? So this is the magic. This is the magic. Just one step ahead we have. We are not processing this image. We are not processing this image. So how we can process this image? Let's see. What we have to do? Just jump on views, and copy these two functions. Do nothing. Just copy these two functions, as I'm just going to copy these two functions. and and I'm just going to paste these two functions here. That's it, right? We have these two functions, and now we are sending the services. So we will apply just one condition here before returning anything. As we applied here. If services equals to this, then this. If services equals to this, then this, and all, right? So I'm doing same thing here. Same thing here. Before sending the image URL and all, what I'm doing here, I'm just doing this. If service equals to, and what service we are sending here from index.html, we are sending three different services, and we are working on two different services. First service name is object detection. If service name is object detection, we will call this object detection, and we have to pass only image path, nothing else. That's it, guys, right? I'm just going to copy this. Even I'm just going to copy complete code here. And if service equals to salivity detection, if service equals to salivity detection behind the scene, then what we will do nothing, just call the function, and function name is salivity detection. That's it, guys. Now see the magic, then how it work in different program. And now you created your API. You don't need to create this complete project like a Django and all, right? You can call these things the single HTML page, or by single HTML page. And I'll show you how you can call all the things by single HTML page. You don't have to create any Django project or anything else. It will work fine without any Django project, right? So let's see. I'll show you how to work, right? But for now, I'm just going to use object detection, choosing the image, play with this. It will take some time. And then give you the pop-up here. Now you can see, guys, my page is not going to refresh. Something happening behind the scene on the URL on the different page, and after that we are getting this URL. If I copy this URL and paste it here, then see the magic. You are getting your detected object. You are getting your detected object after processing the image, right? So that's the magic of your API. Now, I'm just one step back, or just one step ahead, to change this image, as a you can say detected image. What I want, when my image detected successfully, I won't change this image automatically. We don't have to refresh our page. We don't have to do anything. My image should be changed. How we can do this? Believe me, guys, one line of code, or I can say maximum 2 lines of code, you will get everything will be in your hand. How we can do this? Do you remember, guys? We are changing our image here. We are getting this data and changing our image, SRC. We will do this. We will find our image by output image, and SRC equals to, as we are getting a complete URL of data.url. And let's see the magic, guys. See the magic. Just 2 lines of coding, and now you are going to believe that you created your API, you created your complete project. Let's see the magic. Now I'm just going to refresh. This page just one time, and last time. Believe me, last time. I will not refresh this page again and again. Now I'm just going to choose object detection. I'm going to choose this file, and I hope you all are ready to see the magic in your project. Play with this. Do nothing. Just wait and watch. your image will replace automatically. You are getting this alert and your image is replaced. Even if you remove your this alert, you don't have to worry about it that I have to click on any button. Click on any button. Yeah, but now if you think that, sir, like I'm sending the image, like as I'm sending this image to process, as you can see, this image I can see there's no object detected by machine, but I'm just going to play and let's wait and watch. I'm doing nothing, just wait and watch. Just wait and just watch. Within 1 minute, you will get your object detected image here on same location. It's processing behind the scene, and now see this. My page is not going to refresh, my image is not going to remove, but now we are getting object detected ready image. Object detected ready image, right? Or as you can say, image will be on same place, and a someone like behind the scene is drawing the box on your image, right? And you are getting the same image. I'm just going to choose celebrity detection. I'm just going to choose this image, open, and as you can see, I opened this image. I'm just going to click on play button and just wait and watch. Wait and watch. That's it, guys, right? My page is not going to refresh, my image is not going to reload or reread, and it's working fine. And believe me, guys, after creating this API, suppose you created this API and you want to integrate this API on just one page of HTML code, you can do this. You can do this, right? So this is your creating your API, and now your project is working here, and you are doing your backend process of behind the scene are like on this different projects. So guys, this is your complete creation of your API using your API and using your API with HTML code and JavaScript code. Right? So that's it, guys. This is your complete learning journey we covered today, and we covered in these 4 days, actually in these 4 days, right? Okay. So now if anyone have any doubt, and if anyone feel to learn anything new or anything you want to discuss with me right now, so you can discuss with me. I'm just completely open for all of you. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much, guys. Right. Okay. Guys, do you want to know, like, last thing I want to teach you? I want to teach you as I have some time. We have some time, right? So I want to teach you the last thing. Thank you so much, guys. Really, all of you. Really, thank you so much. Niranjan, what you are writing? Oh, it's great. Fine. So I hope you all are enjoying this class. Okay. Guys, do you want to know, like, last thing I want to teach you as I have okay. Okay, okay, fine. So guys, thank you so much, right? Like I want to like explain you last thing, right? Last thing is that when we click here, like on play button, I want that this image should be removed. This image should be removed, and like we are processing button we want. We are processing button we want. That we are processing something. Do you want to learn it, guys, or will you do this by your own? Okay, that's great, guys. By own, you can do this. You can do this. You all can do this because we learned really a lot of things. We covered a very basic JavaScript, but it's fine. Guys, I want just one thing. Like, if you really feel that you learned a lot of things with me, right? So just join in next workshop also. Next workshop will be like again amazing, right? You will definitely get a lot of things. Yeah, like it's very important question. You all like just one ask me what about the certificate, right? So you have only 10 minutes. You have only 10 minutes. Like after before, like don't leave anyone before the meeting because I'm going to share the link with all of you to submit your detail, because I'm not going to provide, I'm not going to generate 1000 certificates. I'm going to generate only 70 certificates, because only 70 students are here, right? So I'm going to generate this certificate only for 70 students, right? So you have only 10 minutes. Within 10 minutes, if you submit your certificate detail, then you will get certificate, otherwise not, right? So where you will submit, I will share the file, I will share the link, then you will, right? But before submitting the link or before sharing the link, I want just basic feedback from all of you, whatever you learned here, right? And anything if you want to say, you can. So like it will be like, again, give me some positive vibes from your end. You all of you can get it. Guys, you have to do one thing. You have to do one thing. This is my this is my profile on LinkedIn, right? So you can visit this profile also, right? So what I'm doing here, like on my company page, on my company page. Oh, thanks, someone. Really, thanks, someone. Right? Okay. So now on our company page, I'm just going to write a one post about our workshop, whatever we covered and whatever we learned, right? So I want just guys one thing. All of you have to submit your feedback on LinkedIn, right? So it will be again profitable for other students, so they can visit my company profile and they can check that how we provide the training and all these things. So will you do this, guys? Thank you so much, guys. Like, I will definitely share the file. I will share the link of LinkedIn comment, LinkedIn post. So, thank you so much, Manish, to give me a 5-star. Right. For certificate, I'm going to share the link. I'm going to share the link, and I suggest you have only 10 minutes. Like after sharing my link with all of you here on Zoom meeting, I'm not going to share the link on WhatsApp group. I'm going to share the link for certificate on Zoom meeting and on YouTube also. If you are watching me on YouTube, then YouTube also. But it will be again live, or it will be again live for only 10 minutes. 10 minutes, right? Then you have to submit your form, and you will get your certificate. Get your certificate, right? Okay. So thank you so much, guys. Right, I want just inform you one thing, one last thing to all of you, right? As you know that we also provide paid version of trainings, right? So if you think that you have to join or you have to learn lot of new things and again more advanced thing, you can join our this course, full stack development with Python, Django, REST and AWS. Because REST is not this much of just one line of code. REST is again a huge amount of coding in AWS cloud also, Amazon Web Services cloud also. And in the AWS cloud, we will not use only AWS recognition. We will use multiple services on AWS cloud. So if you want, you can join this course, full stack development with course, right? And the course is going to start. The course is going to start from 17th August. In this, right? 17th August. So you can join this code if you feel, if you want, you can. And apart from it, we have MLOps course also. If you are planning to join a machine learning, deep learning, and apart from it, image processing, face detection system, and DevOps, then you can go with this course. This course is just going to train by me, learn with learn with me here, right? And you have to pay this fee only, right? You don't have to pay this fee right now. You have to pay this fee and 5 days of last day to register for this course. And you have this container of this project. If you want, you can visit the list of the projects, how many projects we are going to cover in this learning journey. 12 projects in this section, 7 projects in this section, and 3 projects in this section, and again 5 projects in this section. So we have this lot of things. So this is like, guys, all the things we have. If you feel, you can join here, right? And just thank you so much to be here, guys, and again appreciate all of you that you joined this session. No, we will not take any second session. We covered all the things for what was I planned to train you or to teach you, right? And my planning was for 5 days, but we covered within 4 days. So it's really amazing thing. So that's why I'm again happy to train you because you really learned well, right? So definitely, I'm just going to share the link. Just wait for 1 minute, and don't share with any friend. As I know, 73 students is here and some students on YouTube. So don't share with your friends that like share with your friend and just say to your friend, oh, or just fill this form so you will get the certificate, right? Because the certificate is just for authenticated students, right? Not for all, because certificates have some values. So I'm just going to share the certificate link right now, and all of you guys have only 10 minutes. All of you get the certificate link, right? Just fill the form within 10 minutes, guys. Within 10 minutes, you have to fill the form. I already uploaded on YouTube, so you can visit on YouTube and just submit the form right now, right? Within 10 minutes, I want form from everyone, and don't share on with any friend, guys. Honestly, because I have your learning timings and joining and leaving timings also, so I will verify again, right? Okay. So fine, guys, I'm just going to leaving this meeting and I'm just going to end this meeting. You can submit a form within 10 minutes. I will check it, and within 10 minutes, I will stop receiving any new request or new form, and submit carefully. Don't discuss with me, sir, I want to change the name, I want to do this, I want to do this, and I want to do this, right? There is no notification after generating the certificate. Now you can get it. Now, no, everyone, I hope everyone get the link, right? Okay. Ankur, what about my company? My company is like, as you know, TechSim Plus, right? And we are directly affiliated with ESOL of IIT Kharagpur also, right? So if you join, you will not get certificate only from TechSim Plus. You will get certificate from ESOL of IIT Kharagpur. Company column, if you are a college student, you have to fill the value or like fill your college name. But if you are a working professional, so you can fill a company name. And if you are not doing anything, so you have to fill your college name. Okay, so you have to fill your college name, not a company name, right? And no issue, Ankur, right? In this situation, everyone is facing this crisis and facing this situation, right? So, Ankur, what you can do, and all of you, what you can do in this situation or in this COVID-19 period, you can utilize your time. You can utilize your time while learning new and new things, right? As Ankur and all, like if you feel that you're not getting the job and all, right? Just learn a lot of things again and again. So you will like utilize, and after finishing this season or finishing this problem, you will be like more capable to get the job. That's it, nothing else. Yeah, you can the last company, yes you can, but if you want to generate your certificate with company name, right? But if you feel that I want my certificate with college name, so you have to go with college name and it will be better. If you are working, then you have to go with company, otherwise you have to go with college. Yes, like we are planning to be the one workshop on competitive programming language, right? And can competitive programming language, right? Definitely, we are planning for competitive training with Python, and Python is just accepting by every company, right? So it will be like, again very easy. When we will plan for competitive training program, I will definitely say it. Uh, I'm also a trainer on embedded system because my branch is electronic and communication, right? So, but we can plan on embedded. But in this like situation, how we can plan the workshop on embedded, because you need hardware things, right, and all this. Niranjan, you can choose just connect with me or connect with Nikita ma'am, right? She will guide you completely that after discussing with your point, right? She will guide you that you have to join both or you have to join in any one course. Yes, with it, like I am planning for next workshop on React.js, right? We can deploy a proof, like if you want to plan or if you're planning to deploy this app on cloud, we can deploy, right? But for deploying you need a server or you need a cloud services, right? As I'm using digital ocean, right? So like these are the advanced thing, like deploying on cloud using the payment gateway, SMS gateway, Gmail gateway, right? Using the advanced REST API thing and all these things, these are the advanced thing. So if you are planning to learn all these things, so I think that you have to go with advanced course at full stack development with Python. That will be like amazing course, guys. You will experience something. For MLOps course, timing will be morning 6:30, morning 6:30, or morning 6 o'clock. Yes, Tanmay, tell me. Tanmay, are you asking something? I opened my mic. I will share the project. Yeah, both the project. I will share both the projects, right? Thank you, Divya, again, like most platform, right? Pooja, just connect with our with our company, with our team. I will we will explain you about the detail about the internship and all, right? Like about my journey, we will share sometime, right? Not right now. I'm waiting to achieve something new and achieve something, some more things, so I can add them in our learning journey and about all the things. Then I will share, guys. Right now, I feel that I have to add some more thing in my profile or in my learning journey, right? Then I will share it. Then I feel that I can share it, right? Okay. So when I feel that I will share, definitely. Tanmay, whenever we will conduct the workshop, honestly, it will be chargeable. Honestly, right? It will be chargeable, and reason is chargeable will not too costly, maybe 100 rupees or 150 rupees, right? But it will add some value, because right now, as I can see that 1500 students joined, but just because of free workshop, or with only 70 learning students who want to learn, they are right now here. 70 students only, right? So next workshop will be paid, right? But max to max 150 rupees, right? So that's why. Okay, Ankit, 100 rupees done. Okay, fine. Okay. Okay, thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. And I want that whenever we will conduct a next workshop, you have to spread it with everyone so everyone can join and we can learn as much as they can, right? Just connect with our team so we can do something for you if you are feeling that 4,000 is costly, right? Okay. Okay, fine. So thank you so much, guys. I'm just going to conclude our class and conclude our training, right? Thank you so much again. See you in next seminar, or see you in our class, see you in my class, I'm a loops, and ma'am's class, Django class, right? Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. Bye bye. Have a good night.